Let me hear you, everybody. Well, it's a start. I know it's Friday, it's afternoon, so I'm still on LA time, so it's okay. All right, everyone stand up, please. This is Voice Maker. Guess what? This is about performing, so when you perform, you will think faster on your feet, even those of you who are sitting down. And stretch. Move it. I do this before I perform, I do this before I go into session, I do this before I do auditions. Okay? You get the blood going. It is also a proven fact we think faster on our feet. So as actors, performers, dancers, or whoever you are, warm up and get on your feet and get going. It also makes sense in a primal sense. Remember when we were way back then when we started becoming human and we stood up? Our minds worked faster, we became better predators and better hunters and gatherers. So in fact, on a very primal level, that works too. So enough of my stupid lecture, okay? Get the feet going. Right. Take a deep breath. Breathe out. Deep breath. Breathe out. Deep breath. See, that's what, when I say how y'all doing, I want to hear that level, all right? Everybody have a seat. Thank you. Give yourselves a hand. Yes, indeed. My name is Paul St. Peter. I'm from Los Angeles. I'm a voice actor on camera, stage. I've done all sorts of crap in my lifetime. And I'm glad you're all here. Thank you. I was afraid if we got the Friday here, this rather early point in the con, not so many people, but this is a great turnout. Better than some cons on Sunday when I've been really popular in bad parts of town, though. You guys all look great. Thank you so much for being here. This is terrific. This is my first time with this con, my third trip or so to Florida, but really liking it here, and loving my navy blue long sleeve t-shirt in this kind of weather. Wasn't that stupid of me? But in Los Angeles, when I left yesterday morning, there was a chance of rain, 64 degrees, and a chilly breeze. So I'm dressed perfectly if I was back home, you know. And it's 73 there today, so how wonderful, right? Okay. So, yes, this is called Voice Maker. I'm here to talk to you about how I, as an actor in Los Angeles and as a voice actor, probably, I guess you could say most of my life, actually make these voices. What do I do? I am a speech teacher. I'm a dialectician, accent specialist, taught at university level. My technical knowledge of all these things really lends itself towards being a voice actor. And I never meant to be a voice actor, and I never meant to be a teacher either. These things all kind of happened accidentally. And here I am. Now, I always ask this question because I get varied responses. How many people here really think seriously about becoming voice performers? Show of hands. 1, 2, 3. Okay, good. That's good, because usually by the time I get to the point where I get you up here, grab you by the arm and drag you up here to perform, they quit volunteering. Okay? And that's quite all right. It's not anywhere as easy as we make it look. It certainly isn't easy as we make it sound. My techniques are folded in and folded in and folded in. I have a million things that I do, and they all culminate in one voice at a time. I do about, it's hard to put a number on a voice because I do many varieties of those voices. All right. Now, those of you who have read my bio or know something about my work know some of my more famous characters. I'm going to be doing something along those lines to show you what the sounds are and how I make them, but also some of my lesser known characters, just to let you know what the voice characters are like in there. Now, what would you do if someone asked you, as one of the people that either raised your hand, or if somebody just said, go ahead and do a voice, how would you proceed with that? What would you do? What would be the first choice you would make? I need to make a character voice, and it's not mine, it's not my voice. It's a character for something I saw on an anime. And if it's a little squirrely looking character with mangy hair and stuff like that, and but really alive eyes and lots of energy, what would be your first clue? You're nodding. That's as good as raising your hand. What would be your first clue? So don't nod, anybody. Okay. Yeah, what would be your first clue?
For a small character, I think maybe a higher voice.
Yeah, for the voice. But your first clue would be the appearance, wouldn't it? Mm-hmm. Okay. If that character I just described, if that character did this, would that kind of fit? Mm. Right. A lot of energy, little squirrely.
Don't have to squirrel.
Physicalized. I just got you standing up. There's a reason for that. Physicalize that character. Okay. There's something that may only show on your face, and it may only come out vocally. All right. But you right there, because I said a small character, you visually thought a higher voice, something a little different, right? What else? Might that character be obnoxious? Mm. Yeah, a higher voice, obnoxious. See, I'm obnoxious even with a deep voice, so get away with lots of stuff. Yes?
Kind of like a nasally voice?
Mm-hmm. Yes, a nasally voice. Now, that brings to mind something. These are called vocal qualities, okay? A nasally voice is a vocal quality, all right? So when you say I'm going to make this character higher pitched, we've already chosen a pitch, and now we've chosen a resonance, okay? You see how that works? If I'm going to go ahead and do a higher voice like this, all right, that's not good for a little squirrel, but you know. And my higher voice is much higher. But if I decide to go ahead and bring my pitch up like that, that's one quality. We've just isolated a quality. And if I decided I'm going to make that into a nasally voice, how many qualities is that?
2.
That's 2 qualities. Thank you. The one with the microphone back there, she did this, thank you. Oh, maybe, can you guys answer a question for me? Everywhere I see around the world, Japanese, in the Philippines, everybody taking pictures at anime conventions are doing this. What does that mean besides victory? Or, I'm sorry, that's a Roman ordering 5 beers. I'm full of really rotten jokes like that, so don't let me get started. But what does that mean? I always see people do this and go, like that. Does anyone know? Or is it just something everybody does? Peace? Oh, peace sign? Oh, okay, right. Peace out. That's from my generation back in 19... Boy, did I say yeah, it's like I tell people I used to be in shape, but that year had a 19 in front of it, so that's a rough one. Okay, so in fact, we have 2 qualities so far, right? What are they?
High-pitched.
High-pitched and nasal, right. Okay, now high-pitched and nasal, that might just make it a sympathetic character. How are we going to make this character obnoxious? What would you do? Yes? Yeah, you might pick up a pace. Now, in fact, that is a quality of a voice, even though it doesn't change the voice itself, but it is one of the qualities. You would say faster paced, nasally, and higher pitched. Okay, that's 3. No more than 3 because you want to simplify voices. Keep them that way. I will be, when I do voices at what I would consider an advanced level, I get into the neighborhood of 7 or 8 qualities. Because I can. And they pay me a lot of money, okay? So, yes, so here we are. We have a higher pitched character, we have kind of a nasally character, and he talks like this all the time, and it's going to kind of bother you, isn't it? Because he doesn't slow down, and you can't understand what he's saying. And now see, did you hear the 4th quality I just put in there? He's stuttering, okay? So, in fact, there's a higher pitch, and it's sort of making something happen there with the character that is maybe a little difficult for them, but that is a quality, a character quality also. Why does he do that? Why does he stutter? Scared? Maybe the other characters that are huge, you know, like the character I play in Bleach called Yami, maybe he hangs around Yami too much, and what would Yami do to a character like that? Get back, you know, like that sort of thing. So you might be scared and talk something like that, you know, and of course nobody wants to be around somebody that sounds like that all the time, but the poor little guy, come on, right? He doesn't have any friends, so he's going to hang around people who might pummel him, all right? So, who wants to name that character? Pick a name that's appropriate. Kind of obnoxious, nasally, still sympathetic though. Talks too fast?
Fidget.
Yes?
Fidget.
Fidget. Okay. Fidget. That's a fidgety character. That's a characteristic of this one. So calling him Fidget would be great, you know. I don't know where they come up with some of the characters, you know. What would Xemnas, you know? Xemnas, right, you know. But, you know, somebody, it makes sense to someone, and I don't question those sort of things. especially at $2,000 a session. Never question the people that pay the money. Just tell them how much you like their work, okay? Yeah, so that's Fidget. That's what we just did. We just created a voice. And that, by the way, wants to. Who's brave? Huh? Huh? Oh, you talked. That's like raising you. I heard a voice back there. That's like raising your hand.